Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new weekly painting, and this time I'm going to go for something quite easy, straightforward. I'm going to explain how to do red, and I'm going to do quite not too deep but not light red, so it's going to be more like light crimson or something like that. So, and this is the color I will use for the trousers of my blood rivers. So what we will start using corn red. Okay, this is the first color we are going to use. I'm going to apply this as a base on the trousers. We can apply this directly on black prime, and it will work perfectly. Okay, so I'm going to apply that. We are going to apply one thin layer. Normally should be enough. You can apply two depending how thin you want to apply it. Normally I apply one thin and then I do a second one really thin as well. So here we go. I will apply that, okay, on these trousers, and I will be back once this is done. So once the corn red is applied, what we are going to do is we are going to wash it with Agvat Air Shade. I prefer Agvat Air Shade over Noon Oil. I think it's Noon Oil is too extreme and it's giving too much black, goes too much to the black. So we are going to apply Agvat Air Shade, and of course I will take the advantage that I'm doing that to do other parts. This is why I paint other parts of the miniature in the meantime. So we are going to apply Agvat Air Shade on the trousers, and then we will wait that this dries. So this is how it looks like once the wash have dried. And the next step, I'm going to highlight, and for that I'm going to use again corn red. I'm going to use Mephiston red, and I'm going to use Wild Rider red. That is a little bit orange. So we are going to start first cleaning up the wash with corn red, adding Mephiston red, and then we are going to do the last accents with Wild Rider red. And yeah, let's go. So I will do it here on the back. I think there is much yeah, the sculpt is much there is much things interesting. There more wrinkles and more things to show. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm applying a little bit I start with Mephiston red and mix with a little bit of corn red. Okay, I'm now using mainly corn red. Okay, and first I highlight this part. Okay, I will do this fold here. Okay, now I'm going to use Mephiston red on the most external parts. This is banging here. Okay, and I do, as you can see, I'll try to work by zones to avoid it, and then finally Wild Rider red. So as I was saying, I was working with by zones to avoid that the paint is completely dry, so in that way I can blend them. I can blend it directly on the miniature. As you can see, what is giving the nice accent is the Wild Rider red. Don't have used too much of this because it's quite orange. You can have more orange look at the end, and I don't want that. So this way I go back with Mephiston red, and I cover if it's too evident. Okay, you can put some accents, then we leave some accents and some highlights just with Mephiston red. So try to combine them, and this will give the right balance to have the final red look. Okay, so let's go to the other side of the leg. Okay, we're going to do this other bottom part. Okay, I'm using now okay, and I will use a little bit of Wild Rider red, a little bit orangey to show this wrinkle there. Now Mephiston red. We are going to do something like that. Okay. Here I will not work, it's not going to be visible on camera, so I will do this part that is flat, and it's also important to to show how to work on more flatter parts to make them more interesting. So this part is quite flat, so we are going to leave the darker part next to the chains and also next to the skeleton, okay, next to the skull. Yeah, something like that. Then I go with Mephisto red and I just go on this fold that is going down, and then I'm going to blend it with Mephisto corn red, sorry, on the other side. And finally I go for a very strike line of orange, Wild Rider red, okay, and then we have this nice look like. So this will make this look more interesting. We can add a little bit of corn red just here and just next to this line. I think like that is okay. We are going to just touch this fold and do something like that. Okay, I think this makes the trouser quite interesting here. Okay, again we are going to do the other side of the other leg. I will not do the part that is covered, that is not visible because of the axe. It's going to be difficult to show this on camera, so I prefer to focus on areas that I can show easily on camera. So here we have, and this part is also when we have a leg like that. What I like to do is I do the fold and then I will do something like that. This is Mephisto red, by the way. Oops, sorry. Okay. And then I will go with Wild Rider red, very little. You can see I do very small strokes on that direction. We can add, sorry for that. We can add a little bit of corn red on the other side, like that. Okay, this will give a nice highlight in that area. And then on these folds, we are going to, normally in the fold, the one that we want to touch is this one going down like that on the upper part of the fold, and the same we do here. Okay, you can put a little bit on this one. Okay, try to, when you have folds, try to do the upper part, not the most external, the upper part, because the light is coming from up while it is going highlighting this guy. Okay, I'm going to add orange here. Okay, and I'm going to add a little bit of the white. When I say orange, I mean Wild Rider red here. Okay, and you see that the trousers are looking quite interesting now. We can add a little bit of orange or Wild Rider red on the top part like that. Don't go for a very bright orange because then it's going to be too orange for my taste. Now here that the orange is too evident, I go with Mephisto red and I try to smoothen a little bit like that. I'm going next to that and covering partially. I like to leave this part darker because this will create this type of shade and will enhance where we have the highlights. Okay, something like that is okay. I will do this part of the trousers that are not visible on camera and I come back to show you the final result. So this is the final result on the trousers. So you see, I like quite this type of red. It's quite deep red, combined with quite nice highlights. I think they look nice, especially for tabletop and that. So here we have, and yeah, just focusing on one color. I think I never did one tutorial based on red. This is what I wanted to do here. Red can be quite tricky sometimes because the highlights, or you go too much on the orange, or you can go too much on the pink. So I prefer always to use more the orange highlights, but carefully not to avoid to go too much into the orange side of the red. So here we have another tutorial for this week. I hope you find this interesting, and as usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye!